Welcome to this Operation Greatness Action Podcast number 89. I'm going to share something that I've seen on Twitter here, Twitter X. This is the account, if you're watching the video, you're seeing the page for, what's her name? Quit Your Lying is the ID for this woman. And her pinned post is, I want you to really hear this and feel into this, because this to me just characterizes the need for every one of us to step up and to do the work in our own lives, in our communities, and in our families, and in the world to make right the neglect that we had allowed in the world, in our lives, and in our communities to happen. So hear me out here and take action that's appropriate yourself, because we know what's required of us, every one of us. So, Quit Your Lying has this as her pin post. Was out running errands and Another Day in Paradise, the song by Phil Collins, came on the radio or on her whatever MP3 player in her car. She writes, I found myself crying. My heart breaks for the lost and forgotten Americans when I see people waving foreign flags and propping illegals. It sickens me. Do you love America? Do you love the family? Do you love your children? I mean, how can you not have that response yourself? When we see people marching in, I don't know if it's Detroit or Michigan more broadly, who are holding up signs and they're yelling death to America, and they're in America, in our community. What's wrong with that picture? How can we, as Americans, as people who love humanity, how can we have any acceptance of that in our own country? I'm going to share with you, I'm going to go back to another page here that has another post that I want to read to you. This is from a woman, I don't remember her name here. Let's see. This was just, okay, somebody who liked my reply. Her name is Lucy Bell, and her bio I wanted to share with you. She writes, President Trump is the best. This is the key thing that I wanted to share with you. I want my grandson to be healthy and free. How close are we to living in that world where our children are knowing what freedom is? I mean, like I've been posting about this recently on X myself, where there's, yeah, 18 shots, 18 injections of poison are mandated for every child by the time he or she is 18 years old. 18 shots. No, 18 months old. It's even far more unconscionable than that. It's 18 months. By the time they're 18 months, they have to have 18 shots. And I think I saw earlier that it was like 72 or 80 shots by the time I don't remember if that was 18 or adults or 10 or whatever it is. I don't remember that detail. And they have to have these things before they can go to school. That's how misguided our world was. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go, well, let's see. When I went when I saw this in the morning here before I did our show, I'm showing you this on the screen right now. Right now, it's trending in United States is the word violent with 487,000 tweets about that. When I first had this page of Quit Your Lying, I'm showing that on the video. On the screen, Democrat was trending, and now violent is the word. I mean, there's kind of a parallel there. And Democrat had, I think it was, I don't remember if it was 486,000, I think it might have been, or 488,000. It was right around the same number as violent is now trending. So I can't show you Democrat trending right now because that was, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or something, 35 minutes ago maybe. Wait, it's 5:35. Oh wow, I thought it was like 5:15. Maybe this was at 5:04 a.m. Anyway, Democrat, and that was interesting to me because the word, just seeing that word in the trending column, the word Democrat, and I saw the word demo really stand out to me. And it's a very interesting contrast between Democrat and Republican, because what do those words imply to you? To me, I see the word demo and I think of demolish and demo, well, demon, of course. I mean, like devil, but demolish, demolish. What's the other word? Like in other words, destroy. Like one party is the party that destroys freedom, liberty, the greatest country the world has ever seen. They're about destroying that, demolishing that. And the other party is rooted in the core values that created America as the greatest country the world has ever known. And we're protecting the republic because we love America, we love our freedom. Do you see? I mean, that's polar opposites in one respect, and yet fundamentally we are Americans, and the party is not the people. The party needs to represent the people, and yet was it taken over by fraud, corruption, special interests? And anyway, we the people, no matter which party, is that person's identification. Well, as long as we remember who we are and our power, then we're at least we have a chance, a fighting chance of continuing as the greatest country in the world. And so this is what I wanted us to be aware of and recognize. Now I'm showing on the video the screen, our opening screen, shall we say, for this action podcast, Operation Greatness Action Podcast number 89. Liberate your life as together we are liberating the world. So that woman, Quit Your Lying, who wanted to wait, let's go back to, well, what did she say? I won't show you this, but I'll read it again. She says, "Oh yeah, I was out running errands and Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins came on the radio or came in her car. I found myself crying. My heart breaks for the lost and forgotten Americans." I mean, how many Americans are lost and forgotten? I mean, every one of us maybe feels that to some extent, When I see people waving foreign flags and propping illegals, it sickens me. I mean, she's aware of how disgusting, inappropriate, misguided the way we had allowed our country and our world to become really is, and our community and our schools, like her bio says, hate liars, expose them all, America first. And this other woman who had the, she liked my reply, Lucy Bell, and her bio says, President Trump is the best. I want my grandson to be healthy and free. So, my question to her and to you and to every one of us is, what are you doing to create that freedom? So, this is about liberating your life as together we are liberating the world. How are you standing tall, standing firm, being resolute that you are wealthy, sovereign, and free, and that you are leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating, LITL, doing a little more today in being of greater service to more people? How are you liberating everyone connected with you so that they are standing firm in their wealth, sovereignty and freedom, and that they are doing everything that they can to create the world where this woman's grandson is free? How are you living free yourself? How are you strengthening your sovereignty and the sovereignty of every American and every human? How are you being that inspired visionary leader of your community and of the world? Is there any question about the need for you to be that person? And for all of us to be that, I got the visual of the lighthouse dispelling the darkness everywhere it remains. And how much darker is the world today than when you were a child? I mean, this was one of the most, I'm getting chills here, the most painful, poignant epiphany moments in my life was, I don't remember when this was anymore. Let's say 4.5, 5.5 years ago, maybe. Maybe it was actually, I don't know. But anyway, I was reading, I think it was probably on Twitter, and a woman was just reflecting how when she was a child, I think she said she was raised in the inner city of Chicago, and like on any afternoon or any Saturday afternoon, like the kids would be playing in the street and the adults might be barbecuing in the backyard. And it was very communal because of how tightly knit and tightly woven or interwoven our communities were. We were looking out for each other. And this woman, yeah, this was really poignant and telling about how far disconnected we had become. And she was saying, like, one of, I don't remember if it was her children or one of the children, but anyway, somebody was sort of like hanging out with the wrong crowd. And by that, she meant people who were getting into trouble, who were stealing, or they were not acting in harmony with the community. There's the key right there, right? And now the government is not acting in harmony with the people, with America, because the government was super, well, was taken over by the special interests, like I call it the death cult, because that's more accurate to describe what big pharma is, and big banks, and big government, and big brother. And I mean, it's more, you can call them the deep state. And that's what we are calling them. Most people are today. But it's really the death cult. They're, like bioterrorist Bill Gates, the well-known eugenicist, which means he believes that I mean, he's even said this. I've seen videos of him saying we're going to use vaccines to reduce the population of the world. And well, he's living up to that promise. And I mean, like Bobby Kennedy Jr. saying that now 76% of people have chronic health issues. And then we're seeing studies saying that it's because of the shots, the poison that people are injecting into themselves, that we're having these chronic health issues because the people who didn't comply with that, they're not developing those chronic health issues. Anyway, I mean, so the special interests, the greed, the corruption, the fraud, the manipulation, and the transhumanists, the 2030 agenda by the World Economic Forum. I mean, we're living that, and it's like we're going down the slippery slope, but every one of us must use our power, be resolute in being that inspired visionary leader of all of us, everyone in our community, everyone connected with us, and of our world. I mean, honoring our responsibility to leave the world for our children better than it was for how our parents left it to us. So liberate your life as together we're liberating the world. I mean, nothing matters more than this, but than you honoring your role as caretaker for the earth. Would you agree? And like your prime directive, our prime directive, because this is every one of us, is to make sure that our children not only know how powerful they are and that they know how to create any level of success, happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, prosperity, meaning, impact, contribution as they desire for themselves. Also, that we are leaving the world more. Well, we're okay, so we're doing this. We're creating 120 generations of peace, unity, love, and prosperity. Pulp, P-U-L-P, peace, unity, love, and prosperity for our children, for their children, for theirs. 120 generations of peace, unity, love, and prosperity. We're creating this together at 120generations.com. Go there now if you haven't yet joined us, 120generations.com/free. This is the world that it's incumbent upon us to create this world. We are caretakers for the planet. We have to leave. This is our fundamental duty, leaving the planet more peaceful, more united, more loving, with greater opportunity, with greater ability for everyone to live their divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. I mean, we're caretakers. This is not our planet. These are not our resources to use for our own self-serving interests or gain. And especially, we're not here to plunge and destroy the earth like the Democrats are, because that's become the party because they were easier to manipulate and control and brainwash because they have a whole history of that, then the people who value freedom, it's and carry weapons, it's harder to get into their heads and manipulate them, but they've done very well at that as well. because of how disconnected we had become, like that woman I mentioned who said that her children were, I mean, I think it was her children, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was someone else in the block. But anyway, this woman who is kind of like lamenting how we used to have children playing in the streets together and in our parks, and then other parents would get involved if they saw that, hey, you might want to be careful because they're hanging out with people who are doing drugs, or they're sort of like questionable characters. They don't have the values that our community has. And really, that's such a key fundamental that I want you to recognize. They don't have the same values as you have as a responsible, caring parent, a loving person who wants the best for your children and will do anything to make sure that your children are safe, right? I mean, those are the values that we have as humans, as Americans, as responsible adults, as parents, as moms, as fathers. That's who we are. Not, I'm stuck, attached to this dumbing device, and I do not even know anything outside of this, whatever it is, 3.5 inch screen, because that's my total world, because I am completely disconnected from my power, from my center, from my purpose, from life, from the world, from my family. No, that's not how we are here to live. So liberate your life. Break free from that. You have so much more power than you can ever even comprehend or imagine. Now it's time for you to use your power to make your life right, to get back in control of your life as together we are liberating the world. Is there any question about the need for every one of us to do that? So, what is that requiring of you right now? Is that for you to get off the dumbing device? Is that for you to go outside in nature? Is that for you to go and talk to someone in real life, like maybe go to a park or go to, see, we have to be careful because people aren't used to having anyone talk to them because we're isolated. We were isolated. How about for you to organize a community meeting where you are, in fact, leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone in your community, doing a little more today and being of greater service to more people, which is honoring your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. So, like, for example, organizing your Operation Greatness chapter meetings where every day at 7 p.m., all of us are coming together and we're going through that day's Operation Greatness chapter meeting. And we're doing this with everyone connected with us. We're leading them into liberating their lives as together we are liberating the world. Is there any question about the need for every one of us to do this and for every one of us to be that person leading our communities, leading our children, leading our friends, leading our online friends, everyone connected with us, all of whom we have the power to lead, inspire, transform, and yes, liberate, as we are all liberating our own lives and together liberating the world. You have the power to do this. You have the ability right now, right here, to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate everyone connected with you online, all of your online friends, by just sharing this Operation Greatness Action podcast number 89 with them. And talking about, so I mean, you can even do this right now. It doesn't have to be 7 p.m. to do your chapter meeting. Just say, hey, we're going through this as the community. Every one of us are now going through this Operation Greatness podcast number 89, where we are liberating our lives as together we're liberating the world. And you can lead everyone connected with you through doing this with everyone connected with them. And that's how we transform humanity. We liberate the world together like that, instantly, by every one of us stepping up, owning our power, and transforming the world. Is there any question about this being what's required of every one of us? Is there any question about the need for you to be this person in your community? And your community is mostly online now, so that means everyone connected with you on all your social media, for you to lead them into being that leader of everyone connected with them. I mean, just to show you how this works, you by you getting every one of your online friends doing this with every one of their online friends, let's just say your 1,200 people are getting their 1,200 people, except no one left behind, so reach every one of your online friends. 1,200, just for hypothetical to show you how this works, as an example, your 1,200 people grow to become 1,440,000 by getting their 1,200. And then those 1,440,000 people you've transformed getting their 1,200, and we've reached 1,728,000,000 people. You have liberated 1,728,000,000 people just with your 1,200 getting theirs. I mean, so you have the ability right here to transform the world. Anytime you have the ability to do something, included within that is the responsibility to do what you are capable of doing. So do it. Act on this. Liberate your life as together we are liberating the world. We're all doing this together through 120generations.com/free. Make sure that you're part of our mastermind as well, where every day we're doing important lessons. And I want you to first begin with this lesson, which is called Unlocking the Master Key in Think and Grow Rich. Because this will show you how much more powerful you are than you could ever even comprehend or imagine. So, I've been teaching Think and Grow Rich at the master's level since way back in 2003. I don't know if you know Think and Grow Rich. It's responsible for creating more wealth than anything in history, including more than 1 million millionaires so far. And somebody challenged me, one of my colleagues challenged me. He said most people don't have time, or nobody has time anymore to read a 300-page book on Think and Grow Rich. So give them the essence of what they need to know to become rich. And that's what I'm doing right here. That's what unlocking the master key in Think and Grow Rich is. It's a 43-minute, 29-second video where I'm walking you through taking everything that you need in Think and Grow Rich and applying it to living your ultimate life, to living your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. So I honestly believe that unlocking the master key in Think and Grow Rich is worth $25,000 to everyone who takes it to heart and begins living it. I want you to make sure that you are doing that because that's how you are becoming the leader, liberating your life as together we are liberating the world. Because your power is beyond measure, and it's time for you to focus that power and apply it in creating the world we require. Will you do that? Will you join us at 120generations.com/free? And will you lead every one of your online friends through becoming that leader of every one of their online friends and their communities, as you are doing in your community as well, as together we are liberating the world. This is what's required of every one of us now, and you have the power to create that yourself right here now. Will you do that? How are you liberating your life specifically? We're going to talk deeply about all of this in our mastermind. So make sure that you're joining us there through 120generations.com/free. You're also helping everyone connected with you protect their homes. Because right now, the system is designed for the mass, well, dismantling of the economy. That's on the board. It's on the books right now for them to crash the economy and take possession of everyone's homes. It's on the books. We have to stop it, every one of us. Make sure you're seeing this and doing this yourself through 120generations.com/free. I mean, there's so much work that we have to we're required to do because we're responsible for the world we're leaving our children, and together we're creating 120 generations of peace, unity, love, and prosperity. Pulp, Pulp. That's what's required of us. And this is happening by you doing this yourself, liberating your life as together we are liberating the world. We're all doing this together through our mastermind. So make sure that you're doing that. And I strongly recommend that you do this unlocking the master key and think and grow rich as one of the first things you do, and see how that is what most liberates you, and so you recognize how much more powerful you are than you can ever comprehend or imagine. Is there anything more important for you to do than to liberate your life and join us in liberating the world? All of us working together for everyone's betterment as we are creating 120 generations of peace, unity, love, and prosperity. Make sure that you're joining us now and doing this yourself, and doing this with and for everyone connected with you through 120generations.com/free. Let me know what was most meaningful for you in this conversation, and post about everything that we've talked about here and how you are specifically liberating your life and what you are doing to help all of us as we are together liberating the world. Post about this all and take all the posts that you're sharing and send them to me personally in the essay you're sharing with me, and post it in our mastermind as well. The mastermind is through 120generations.com/free. Email all of your posts that you shared here to dan@danclatt.com. This is the most important thing every one of us has ever done, and it's required of every one of us. As you are liberating your life, as together we are liberating the world, all through 120generations.com/free. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I believe in you. I know how much you truly, truly matter. Now you know that yourself, and now you are creating the world we require. Thank you very much.